There's only two things in the world I need to get close to, and that's a big old brew and a little old you.
Howdy, and welcome to the Brewcast. And I mean, if you don't know what it is by now, I mean, Lord help you.
Don, there's no consistency with these intros here. I think you need to come up with something and stick with it, boy.
We crack open a cold one, and we say what we drank.
Okay, but your initial part of the intro was totally different than last time.
That's true.
I personally was totally thrown off by it. I don't know if I'll be listening to this episode or not.
I mean, honestly, after that, how could you? I mean, I blame you not if you just turn off the cast right now.
I know I would.
I mean, gosh.
Maybe you should just redo that. Let's take two.
Hey, and welcome to the Brewcast.
This is what it should be. Crack open first, and then say your intro. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Okay. But third time's the charm, right?
Let's do it.
Hey, and welcome to the Brewcast, where we like to crack open a cold one and I don't know, just goof around with pals. You know, we love the goofs,
the gaffs,
and then you have some
laughs.
The gifs.
The gifs,
the gifs.
Gifs or gifs?
The creator of gifs actually intended for them to be pronounced GIFs.
Who said this wasn't an educational alcoholic podcast?
But here's the thing about that.
Who said education and alcohol were oxymorons? I mean,
people intend to do things all the time, and then the internet changes it because the internet is our Lord and Savior, and we all are subject to its will. It's a gift.
I lost you there. I'm not going to lie.
Anyway, so, yeah, I'm Dominic, drinking Coors Banquet, the Golden Colorado.
I'm Jacob, drinking Pabst. Again.
We all know how you feel about that.
Oh, I love it.
Mongolian piss.
Big bear-like Mongolian hairy piss. That's, I think, what we decided.
I think you're giving that a little too much credit.
What are you talking about, dude? It has a blue ribbon.
Oh, dude.
It's been awarded 12.
It didn't have the blue ribbon, but it has the blue ribbon on it.
I don't know if you've been to a fair, but the type of beer there that would be giving out blue ribbons is not something that I'd
I mean, we're not just talking about one measly ribbon. There's 12. No. It says so on the can, proudly.
Clearly, you've never drank Pabst before or read the can.
And I mean, also, like...
I'm just going to leave.
In all fairness, though, like, they're giving the people who buy Pabst a lot of credit, because I doubt the people that drink Pabst legitimately for flavor can even count to 12.
I think you might be onto something there.
Do you think that they did a long-term research study to see the maximum number that the people who drank their beer could count to before they estimated the number of ribbons they'd want?
That's a good question. I doubt that Pabst even gave the people that much credit to hold a focus group.
Anyways, though, I'm Hayden, and I'm drinking Bud Light Orange with the occasional sip of some 99 proof peach schnapps.
God bless, unless you're something other than
American.
Exactly.
I'm pretty sure he just insinuated that all Americans believe in God. I just want to let the listeners know.
No, not just that. You're stopping too short. I also insinuated that all non-Americans don't believe in God.
Me personally, I don't even believe in God. Born and raised in America, so, I mean, this guy's drunk. Don't listen to him.
We can't help the fact that you're a terrorist.
Hey, I mean, ironically here, Dom, I'm pretty sure you're the only person who believes in God here.
You know what? I'm willing to take that on the chin. I'm willing to agree to disagree. Philosophically speaking, what grows your cherry tree might not grow mine. We have different gardens, aka different lives.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm okay with that.
That's all well and good, but I feel like we've gotten off track here.
Okay, Hayden.
Yeah.
It's your first appearance on the Brewcast.
It is.
So
hopefully not my last. We'll see the reception.
Before we start having some goofs and gaffs and some laughs, I'm gonna have to ask you a serious question. We've had two, and I've asked 50% of my guests this question.
Okay. Wow.
Pressure's on. If you don't know, just so you don't know, is Dennis Rodman committing treason with his close connections with the despotic leadership of North Korea?
To answer such a question as that, I feel that I would need to know more personal information about the things that Dennis Rodman is doing with North Korea, and unfortunately, I don't have access to that information. I don't believe that Dennis Rodman is committing outright treason because, me personally, I don't believe he has the information about the United States to even commit treason. What's he going to tell Kim Jong-un where Los Angeles is? I mean, come on. I don't even think he knows that. So,
jeez, are you a politician? Because that was a great answer. If you have political affiliations,
I'm Hayden Chris 2036.
Okay, so he's about to get like maybe 4 or 5 votes at least. Like,
I've got 2 right here, right?
I want to get 2 involved. Oh my god. Have any of you, like, seen a BuzzFeed article where you're like, why the fuck are they writing about this?
Well, yes.
Like,
A better question, have any of us ever seen a BuzzFeed article where you're not like, what the fuck are they talking
that's true. Like,
No.
I loathe the fact that BuzzFeed is a thing,
Well, BuzzFeed is not news.
but they label it like it is.
Right.
I mean, yeah, they get the little, like, article set up and stuff, but it's like, come on. If you have an article about period blood, then it's like you're not a credited source.
Are you suggesting the Cosmopolitan is in news right now?
It's just ridiculous. But then people hold it up in such high regard.
I think
It's just disgusting.
BuzzFeed is great at creating meaningless quizzes as fillers for starting the meetings. It's kind of a fun thing. They have a lot of BuzzFeed quizzes, and they're awful, but they're kind of fun. That's the only thing.
I feel like the reason why they're called BuzzFeed is because it's like a bunch of buzzy, like, clickbaity shit.
What's weird is that you would think with that name they would feed your buzz, but me personally, they kill.
Just seeing the sight of a BuzzFeed article title, instantly flaccid.
Agreed. I am too, instantly flaccid, generally because I just finished coming, but
Spontaneous ejaculation has been
It's been proven. It
proven
happens.
to happen when looking at BuzzFeed articles.
I mean, I'm living proof, so.
These are some valid points.
I gotta say, it's the worst when both of those things happen at the same time. You just immediately flaccid and then you just start ejaculating.
Right.
It's the worst.
If I did ejaculate to a BuzzFeed article, I think I'd just be so engulfed in self-shame that I could never get hard again.
See, I would ejaculate to a BuzzFeed article if it was on paper, just because then I could turn the page and the stickiness would close that article, so I'd never have to see it again.
Basically, moral of the story, if it's not about period blood, I'm not going to read it. At the end of the day.
You do you, boo-boo.
You just call me boo-boo? I don't know how I feel about that.
I know how I feel about it. Not good.
Like, is that your best game? Like, when you were looking for girls, were you like, hey, boo-boo?
When you were,
No, it's like-
do you have a girlfriend, Jacob?
I do.
That's
Yes.
exciting.
He does have one of those metal tethers that drown you.
Well, I disagree. I think a girlfriend is a worthy pursuit.
Easy for you to say as a cisgender white male.
Yeah, can we talk about that?
I completely agree. I'm as wide as they come. I'm straight, but I don't think that has any bearing on my treatment of people that are different than I am, because I am very odd in a lot of ways. For example, I do this podcast.
Hey,
Just kidding. I love this.
hey, ease now. We don't have to have you on the cast. We couldn't get anyone else, let's be honest.
The reason why I asked the Dennis Rodman question is because I'm building up enough suspense to where he'll have to eventually come and be like, yo, I am not committing treason.
He'll have to come defend his point.
Yeah.
I mean,
we
we're
should start
averaging,
doing-
80 views? So, I mean...
When you do eventually run for presidency, like,
Right.
one of your main reasons for running better involve the investigation of treason on Dennis Rodman.
Of course. The only qualms I have with running for the presidency is the fact that I would have to shave my beard. There are no politicians right now in Congress that have facial hair.
Or that could be your thing. You can make that your thing.
True.
I'm the politician with facial hair.
Right. I
Yeah.
would connect to a broader audience as
You
well,
will.
I feel.
They're missing a demographic.
They are.
One counterpoint. Have you ever seen a photo of the hijackers of 9/11 where they aren't fully bearded? That's a red flag right there.
What I'm
Why do
hearing
you have a
here,
beard?
Hey,
what I'm hearing,
do as I say, not as I do, okay?
what I'm hearing here is y'all are both terrorists, and I'm the only non-terrorist.
I can't help the fact that
Well, I
you
mean-
never hit puberty.
You have.
I mean, it's just not going to happen. I'm sorry.
God
it wasn't
didn't
in the cards.
Exactly.
You have a Texas symbol on your hydro flask, so clearly you're not a terrorist.
And you don't have facial hair, so.
But see,
How about you run for president?
Neither of y'all have such strong alibis there, so I'm gonna go ahead.
I'm not looking for an alibi.
Needs to see some. He's a terrorist.
You're drunk.
He's a terrorist. On that note, I'm cracking up my second beer.
Oh, am I supposed to announce when I'm on my fifth? Just kidding. I'm only on my sixth.
So here's a question. So you know how when you fart and a little shit comes out, it's called a shart?
Mm-hmm.
I can honestly say that has never happened to me.
I'm not asking if it's happened to you.
Okay, well, you asked me. You said you.
Yeah, it's never happened to me either.
I mean, I'll be honest. I had the flu, and it did happen to me once.
Yeah, it definitely only happened to me once.
How many times did it happen to you?
I mean, never. What are you talking about?
I mean, I've shit my pants more recently than I would like to admit, but I have never sharted before.
Really?
Right.
So how did you shit your pants without it being a shard?
At one point, when you need to use the restroom really badly, your Kegel muscles are no longer able to withhold the movement that your bowels are.
Were you holding it for like 12 hours? That's never.
No, I'm. If you're doing something athletic, there's no bathroom in sight, and you don't have a car.
Hey, we belch with pride here in the Brewcast. No need to suppress.
I'm trying to run a political campaign here. Come on. What was I saying? Oh, right. I'll actually come out in sorts on my shitting my pants story. Everybody has one.
That's very true. Everyone, and like, if you're in the audience, like, I never shit my pants. Wait, it's gonna happen. Okay.
Yeah. But anyways, I was in 7th grade. I was very shy at the time as well. And I was at football practice, working hard. I just earned a starting position on defense as well as on offense. So I was going both ways.
I'd just like to announce I'm on brew number 2 of the Golden Colorado can. That's a Coors Banquet, if you didn't know. Coors Banquet. You can drink it alone because it's just a banquet in a can.
We're not even getting paid for that advertisement.
I was honestly just sad.
So anyways, basically I was working hard, doing some drills. I needed to use the restroom very badly. I figured I was strong enough to hold it in. Turns out I wasn't. I decided to finally run to the restroom. It was about a half mile away. Jeez. On the way, a little bit sloshed out. I mean, that's going to happen to you.
True. But the sphincter can only handle so much PSI of pressure.
I mean, I don't really think it's defined as PSI because really not a lot of oxygen involved. But
I mean, you can still have
that's
pounds per square inch.
I mean, that's true. What is the PSI max for a sphincter? Anyone know that off the top of their head?
Oh, well, actually, it can change because you can exercise it and strengthen it over time.
Like,
so
for
what
instance,
you're saying,
I take a lot of dick up the ass, so mine's super strong.
Well, actually, I would say it's not because
that would weaken it. Believe it or not. Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah,
it loosens.
Are you closing your ass on?
Oh no,
the dick
it's very loose, but the muscles are very strong.
Skinny shit. I mean, that's gonna slip right on out of there. You won't even know what happened.
Just remove that from the cap.
Yes.
Okay, so you ran and you end up shitting your pants.
There was some poop in my pants. But it wasn't a shart because I never actually farted. I was unaware of the occurrence.
That's a fair point. Nothing really interesting with my shart story. I was really sick. I was home all day. And then, classic sick food, beans and rice. That's not
a classic sick food.
Your stomach's already fucked up, so why not just add a little bit more?
That's the type of food where you're asking yourself, how could I make this situation worse?
No, yeah.
And then you do it.
I was like, hey, these pants are pretty sick. how about I shit in them? that was my mentality going in. But
Of course.
but yeah, so just beans and rice, and then you're on the couch. Everything's all fine and dandy. You're checking your social media feed, and then you think you got a fart, and a little shit comes out. Go to the bathroom, rush, and guess what? You're wearing your favorite athletic underwear.
Oh my God.
I'm talking about the Adidas Nightshade. Shout out to Adidas Nightshade. That shit is so
Stop
compressive.
giving free promotions.
Hey, I like a product. I'm gonna say it's good.
Just to let everybody know, all of our references to other companies fall under the remittance of fair use.
I'm praising your product here, okay? Like, yeah, I might have shit in them, but that wasn't like
Cheers to that.
that wasn't intentional, you know. Like, hell, I wish I didn't shit in them because it was such a good product. It's like, wow, this is one thing you don't want to shit in. You want to cherish throughout the years.
It sounds like your mind thought one thing, but your body had another plan.
It's one of the many foibles of human existence.
Well, Dom, I'm not sure if I really have a specific shart story. It's more of like a situation where, like your drinking problem, it's something I struggle with from a young age.
Wow, so you shit your pants often?
Nah, it's never been bad. The only time I can really remember is like when I was probably like around 8. You know, just a casual. I thought I had to fart.
That's how they fucking get you, man.
Wasn't fart. You know, a little bit came out, ran straight to the bathroom. That shit was disgusting.
Okay, so since you have sharted, I have to ask you a legitimate question.
Yeah.
It was like, was it just straight liquid when you did shit?
Not straight liquid, but mostly.
See, mine was just straight liquid. So I've always wanted to know if it was just like if I was a sole survivor.
It was very liquidy.
And that just brings me back to the pounds per square inch thing. Because liquid shit is going to weigh more than solid shit. So how do we properly measure the strength, as one could say, of the rectum?
I
When
just
we're talking about liquid versus
Let's,
solid.
I just don't think you understand.
We'll have to measure the tensile strength of it and then work from there.
I think the issue with
I don't
liquid.
think we need to measure the tensile strength. I think you very much misused.
No, I'm saying we work that sphincter till it breaks. Like I know what tensile strength is.
I volunteered for this study.
Holy cow, this has been the greatest side tangent of all time. So anyway, when you shit and you fart, it's a shart. That's established. But what isn't established is what do you call it when you have to go to the bathroom to shit, but only a fart comes out?
It's called a foop. It's been decided already.
A foop? What?
It's a foop.
Why is it called foop? I've never heard that in my life. You have to explain what a foop is.
Second Dominic, I have never heard
It's when you go to poop, but only fart. Like a shart is when you go to fart, but it's only a shit. Go to poop, it's only a fart. It's a foop.
I mean, maybe.
I mean, you can ask like 100 people, at least one of them will know what it is.
Oh, wow, yeah. Shout out to fracking, because why the fuck not? Yeah, so when you poo, or you go to take a shit.
Why are we still talking about this?
Because
Let's move on.
I didn't even finish.
This is
All I wanted to ask was, what do you call it? And he said poof or whatever's fucking wrong. I feel like you could call it something else, like a triarrhea. You know?
That's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
Triarrhea?
Yeah,
Triarrhea.
you try
It's funny.
to bring some. Yeah,
That's
like,
pretty good. How long did it take you to come up with that?
hey, shut up.
So about like 5 or 6 days.
So,
Days, give me a little credit, man. For Christ's sake.
It's
I
clear
give you all the
that
credit.
Dom had at least 6 triarrheas trying to come up with the word triarrhea.
Fuck it.
I love it though.
Fine.
Triarrhea.
Great things don't happen overnight.
I'm not gonna lie. I had a lot more faith in that topic, and it kind of blew up in my face and fizzled out like a depressing firework that you expect more in.
Speaking of which, happy 4th of July, everybody. It's coming up soon.
It is coming up.
Be very safe. We wouldn't want another Justin Tuck type situation. So.
It's very true. It's nice to have all 10 fingers attached, is what I've realized.
Through the years.
Yeah, through the years of appreciating 10
and
fingers.
using my 10 fingers.
Phalanges. What a
Dude,
concept.
can we just talk about this on cast? We have so many fireworks.
Holy shit. Okay. So,
There's like at least 7 fireworks here. If you put those in my hands, I could take over the country.
it only takes one well-placed
Dude,
firework to collapse the democracy. So, how about Jacob and I explain to you how we came across this at least 7 plush fireworks stash.
Before you explain that, I just want to announce that I'm on my 3rd beer here, and I've also taken 2 shots from the bottle of peach schnapps. So I'm not a lightweight. I have a small dick, and I'm compensating for it. So,
And I have a small dick, but I still don't compensate for it, which just makes me a poor excuse for a human being.
Hey, it's how you use it, okay?
he's right. Speaking of which, let's move into the 4 areas of pleasure on a woman.
Talking as a man, I can tell you right now. They're easy. They're easy.
I mean, like, women don't know themselves as well as we know themselves.
Does a woman actually ever know anything?
Okay, guys. I just want to stop that right there. It's all about communication and making your partner feel welcome and comfortable.
Do you like this?
And you can't.
Are you okay with this?
Okay, that's a little bit too much communication. Just stick it in already. Oh my God.
Do you continue?
Anyways.
But like, my biggest problem with that is like, how on earth are you going to hear that when you're choking them?
That's the problem.
I just want to reach out to the BDSM community because apparently these guys think it's funny to make fun of a large subset of the population. Bondage.
You seem to be assuming that I don't tie up and choke my girlfriend.
No, I do. I don't assume that, but I do assume that you're making a joke out of it.
I would never joke about a topic so near and dear to my goddamn heart.
Did you hear either
the
of us
fact that
laugh?
you think that makes me want to spit in your face, but that would slightly turn me on, so I'm not gonna.
I mean, if you keep talking that way, it's going to be even more near and dear to your heart. So,
anyway,
I don't care.
I think it's time for us to do a little shot. Hayden, what'd you say the shot was again?
So we've got some 99 proof peach schnapps here. It's 49.5% alcohol, practically half alcohol, but it tastes like peaches. Highly recommend, and we are getting paid for this advertisement. So
Cheers. That shit is smooth.
that's so nice.
And on top of that,
It's like a peachio,
Right?
aftertaste.
Yeah, it's interesting because you get a little bit of the burn that you would get with a vodka or a tequila.
but
But then it's just like the taste is peach.
Yeah,
It's not alcohol. It's
10 out of 10 recommend.
I approve of consuming that alcoholic beverage.
Well, let's drink to that.
I mean, on that note, I'll crack open brew number 3.
Also cracking open brew number 3.
Exciting.
Fucking
exciting. These pussies are behind me.
Yeah, so we got long story long. Something interesting that happened this week. Jacob and I, we took a little road trip.
Ooh.
So we currently live in Utah. For fun fact, for people who don't live in Utah, the alcohol here greatly diminished than what the actual proofs are.
Yeah.
Like, we're used to fucking watered down, shitty beer, but also 4th of July is coming up, and we were just like, hey, let's have a drive up. I hear Wyoming's got some kick-ass selection. So Jacob and I were like, yeah, let's fucking do it. And when we drove up, oh my gosh, it was like going to the America incarnate.
Wyoming's probably the most American place I've ever been in America.
America, you're looking for boom and you're looking for brew.
No.
And you're getting both of those.
And I'm just saying, I grew up in Texas. So that's saying something.
We were in Wyoming, and the minute we crossed the state border, it was honestly like when Dorothy goes to Oz and it's color for the first time. The minute we crossed the border, 4 legitimate fireworks shops, and
Big fireworks.
I'm from Vegas. The fireworks there are piddly, nothing. You go and it's just like a little Bobcat stand that's in a parking lot of a grocery store. Here, they were legit buildings that were permanently owned by Black Cat, by TNT Fireworks, by something else I can't remember due to alcohol.
Wait. Did you not drive there?
We did drive there.
He's talking about alcohol now.
Oh, okay. My respects. Okay.
God damn.
My apologies as well.
He's having the same problem.
Never drink and drive. Serious note, never drink and drive. Not cool, not fun. So we get there. It is like Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. I love explosives. One of the best things about the 4th of July is the fact that you get an excuse to just be a degenerate and blow shit up. And I love that. So we were in a warehouse full of just black powder.
I just want to know, on top of the fantastic fireworks, that Dominic referenced Willy Wonka in the Chocolate Factory instead of Charlie in the Chocolate Factory.
Nah, dude, Mandela effect. I remember it as Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory. Anyway.
Dude, it's true, right?
Shut your fucking face. You're drunk.
Mandela.
Are we going to talk about the Mandela effect now?
No!
We have to.
No! So, Jacob, you were here, interject, help paint a picture with me. We see a bunch.
So we pass the border maybe 1-2 minutes later. There's this big ass fireworks store on a cliff, and it says what was it called? TNT Fireworks. And then right next to it are 4 other gigantic fireworks shops.
Just warehouses.
Two of which had liquor stores attached to them.
It was the most America I've ever seen.
I mean, it's like they're promoting drinking and setting off fireworks.
Well, I mean, they come hand in hand.
I mean, honestly.
To me, fireworks, synonymous with alcohol. Basically, you say alcohol on the 4th of July, I'm going to assume you're saying fireworks. You say fireworks on the 4th of July, I'm going to assume you're saying, let's get fucked
Exactly, and
up.
they recognize this, and they put it all in one nice little neat place for you to go.
Exactly. It's so convenient. There's just fucking firework warehouses stocked to the brim. Even at one of them, the guy was doing pat downs. Got any knives, guns, fire, lighters, he's checking people down for shit that can light up his entire industry. So
inventory, I think is what you meant. But anyways, yeah. This shit was serious. They take their fireworks fucking seriously. And
more power to them. It was fucking legit.
Well, and as we know, Wyoming doesn't have a very large population, but these stores were stocked like millions of dollars worth of fireworks among these stores, and I mean, you just gotta wonder, are they really aiming for the Utah audience?
I mean,
we can't buy fireworks here. It's not as easy.
Overall, I might move to Wyoming after that. That was just a great experience overall.
It honestly was. It makes me kind of not like living in Utah. And especially with the Mormon president, it's the Mormon church runs Utah.
It's ridiculous, but true. And it's clearly present because alcohol, if you go to a grocery store, you can't sell beer above 3.8%.
Or liquor for that matter. Or
yeah,
wine.
You can't sell liquor at all. And keep in mind, I'm from Vegas, where you can go to 7-Eleven and you can get a fucking handle and just walk and get you can walk into 7-Eleven hammered, plastered as shit, buy a handle, and then you're just see ya. You want us to carry it to your car?
And in Texas, you go to a grocery store, they'll have a whole aisle for wine. They can't even sell wine in grocery stores here because it's above what was
3.8.
3.8.
It's really
ridiculous.
crazy.
That's part of the reason why we went to Wyoming. Actually, we wanted to pick up some brews of the non 3.8 variety.
I was sick of having watered down piss. Beer should have a distinct taste.
Yeah, you just end up feeling like you're drinking water, pretty much.
Yeah.
But I mean, it still tastes like beer, but not really.
It tastes watered down.
It tastes watered down. It tastes watered down.
It's a diluted. I mean, it's watered down. It's a diluted version of beer. Right now, I'm drinking a Utah beer, and I tried Dom's Coors Banquet earlier, and the difference is more than obvious, even if you're slightly intoxicated.
It's gold.
Yeah, no. I mean, I just tasted his beer, and it's way better. It tastes better. It tastes like it's supposed to taste.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. It tastes like a beer is supposed to taste. You can tell when a beer is watered down.
And I think that's one of the big things. When I go back to Texas, I always like the beer I have there more, and I think that's what it is.
Same with Vegas.
It's just better.
But
so yeah,
anyway.
Utah in that respect, it does suck. It's
going forward though. I think Utah might actually, in the next 5 years or so, switch to normal proof beers.
No, yeah.
Just
a lot of
because-
the distilleries are actually saying that they're no longer going to produce
Exactly.
the lower proof beer. So
Because
that's going to push legislature really far.
It's such a niche market that it's not worth it. Just produce a specific proof of beer for only sales within Utah.
But
And-
also, Utah is the third largest alcohol consuming state in the nation.
Really? That's actually wild. But I mean, of course, none of this matters to us because we just went on our first trip to Wyoming and, like, honestly, never going back to Utah.
Yeah,
Like,
never.
We are going to go all the way to Wyoming to buy beer for the foreseeable future. Like, it's just so much better. It's worth it. It's worth the drive. What's the point? You can still get drunk off of 3.8, right? You just have to drink more. Like, you're not stopping anyone. So, like, what are you doing? You're just making people's lives inconvenient and you're ruining what is, like, a product that very many, like, people enjoy.
Mhm.
It just doesn't make sense.
And almost over a third of the population of Utah lives in the Salt Lake Valley, which doesn't have as large of a presence of LDS population. And I am assuming that the consumption is per capita, obviously. But
Bringing up brew number 4. At the end of the day, it's a lot to swallow. But I have a serious question that I want to ask both of you.
And it's what brew am I on?
Brew 4. Let's go.
I just want to mention that I have been on Brew 4 for a little while, but I didn't mention it previously, so I'll just put that in.
Nothing
Thank
wrong
you
with
very
that.
much.
Way to make Jacob look like a baby back bitch.
That's accurate.
If you could be any movie character, which one would you be?
Danny Phantom.
Okay,
That's not a movie.
Danny Phantom, still. Like, doesn't matter.
for me,
I'm just kidding, bro. Like, it definitely isn't Danny Phantom, but Danny Phantom is the OG.
Then why would you say it?
Because he's the OG.
Say what you mean, and
Okay.
not what you say.
I can't do that. I tried, but I can't. It's not possible.
God damn it!
I say what I say. I don't say what I mean.
I would for me, I'd be Legolas from Lord of the Rings. That dude's fucking badass. He's the American sniper of the elven
Talking about American
subhuman
Sniper.
class.
I don't know. Chris Kyle could be like a good movie character. You know?
Yeah.
he is in a movie.
The glorified version of Chris Kyle.
Anyways, for me, it's without question Spider-Man. Okay?
I gotta go-
Spider-Man is the greatest Marvel character that we've ever seen. And he has actually he's outsold in merchandise, not comic books, merchandise. Batman and Superman combined. It's not even close. For me, that's my guy.
Okay, so you're admitting that you'd like to be poor in your mid-20s, early 30s, and you'd also like to have to deal with a bunch of shit, kill your first girlfriend, and then you'd want to fucking have to settle for your ginger girlfriend, which is basically a subbreed of human, in order to just basically nut.
Okay.
I just want to understand your
Wow.
point of view.
Wow, I just want to reinforce that I am discussing the MCU version of Spider-Man, who is 15 years old at the time of his first appearance, 16 to 17 years old at the time of Infinity War. So I don't think we have to talk about the 20 to 30 years old. He hasn't even had a girlfriend, much less killed that bitch. So I think we're okay there.
You didn't clarify the fact that he was
My apologies.
in the MCU.
My apologies.
And then second of all, like even then, he turns to dust through the entire fucking thing.
Wait.
But-
Can I just interject here?
Like his existence is wiped from humanity.
Go ahead.
But he has a sequel planned for next summer. It's already been titled Spider-Man Far From Home, confirmed to take place after Avengers number 4.
But you
So Spider-Man is alive! But clearly, have you read the comics? Let's
Spoilers.
come on, be honest.
Are you
we
fucking
all,
for real?
we
Can we
all
just-
know.
I showed you.
We all know the snap is meaningless. We all know it's going to be undone.
Can we just hold on? Can we get a spoiler alert here? Like, if you haven't seen the Avengers,
It's too
It's
late.
been over a year.
If we have,
It's
if
been
you,
half a year.
If
Come
you
on.
haven't
It's
seen
been
the
over
Avengers,
four years.
we still have to get a spoiler.
get a fucking life.
Hey.
No, it's got to be like you have to go 5 years before you can like stop
Oh,
giving
Jesus
spoilers.
Christ!
I'm
No, you
serious.
do not.
No, people get mad. People get
Okay,
mad.
I'm gonna say something might be controversial, but what you said about the fact that, yeah, he fades off to whatever, and we know the fact that he has a sequel plan.
For sure.
If you're that character in the movie, you don't know that. You evaporate from existence.
See, I took the question as, what character would you want to be? I would want to be Tom Holland's Spider-Man, but that doesn't mean I live the life.
It does. You are that character.
Okay. Well, then I would like some clarification at the beginning of that question.
Fucking sucks to suck. You locked in your choice unless you change it now.
Dumb.
Well,
I don't think that's fair.
Because he's coming back.
I don't think
You
that's fair,
don't know
Dom.
that.
Fighting Mysterio in London. It's gonna be awesome.
Guys, Dom, I don't think that's fair to say, because you're saying which character would we like to be, not which character would we like to live the life of. Honestly, we'll still be us, but you're asking like who's like superpowers, whose quirks would we like to have. And for me personally, I gotta say, I would love to be Tony fucking Stark. I mean, like, the dude's a fucking millionaire, fucking
Billionaire.
baller. Billionaire, you're right, billionaire. Maybe
Let's
millionaire.
just throw
it's kind of ambiguous. Dude,
It's
he's
not.
a genius.
In the comics, his net worth is $11.4 billion,
Okay.
even more than Bruce Wayne.
$11.4 billion net worth. Let's see. Also has this badass fucking suit, and he can make whatever fucking modifications he wants to it, because he's, guess what, a super genius. You know, the arc reactor, that thing looks it looks sick. You know, I don't care that
It looks
I
like
would
a
have-
handicap. It looks like you would...
I don't care that I have shrapnel going towards my heart, because I got a fucking glowing ass motherfucking arc reactor ass shit there.
I just want to confirm that in Iron Man 2, Tony removed the arc reactor and the shrapnel attacking his heart, and the arc reactor in Avengers Infinity War, spoiler alert, is solely for the purpose of storing nanotech used to create his suit, not for removing shrapnel.
But what I'm saying is, even with the shrapnel, I would not give a fuck. Like, that's such a cool fucking thing. He literally has, like, a fucking incredible power source stored within his chest. Like, that's sick.
And I mean, as crazy as that all is, what's even crazier is that I'm on brew number 5.
Why don't you announce what you're having right now?
Right now, I'm stopping the Coors Banquet, you know, the beloved 5.2, all the way to the Uinta Cutthroat, the 4.0. You know, it's like the blood relative that you find attraction to. You're never gonna pursue it, but you kind of have fantasies.
It's like the crazy stepsister. It's like the crazy stepsister that you see in.
Maybe in Nevada it's like that, but, you know, down south.
No,
I
in
just wanna know,
Nevada,
this guy
it's
just said Nevada.
Well, it's pronounced Nevada, so.
fuck off. People from Nevada call it Nevada.
Where are you from, Don?
I am from Nevada.
That's what it is.
You know what took place in Nevada and that's really cool?
Gambling?
New Vegas.
That's
in
true.
Nevada.
Mesquite, bro.
Mesquite's ass. And anyone who listening from Mesquite, like typing in right now, Mesquite is known as. I'm gonna tell you right now, I've been to Mesquite. It's ass.
I'm not gonna lie,
talking about
I've lived in Mesquite,
Where's Mesquite?
and I killed myself after I did so. So
Where's Mesquite?
it's about 45 minutes away from St. George. So another hour and a half from Las Vegas.
Because we have a Mesquite, Texas, too. That's what.
Oh, that's crazy. I don't even remember asking.
We also have a Paris, Texas.
Yeah, but it's not.
So
it's not
just
even
to
close
let you
to
guys
Paris.
know, Texas, the most America place we have, is insistent on copying other liberal democracies with their naming of their towns. This is awkward.
Well, I think the thought process there is that we gotta make
I don't
up for
think
their
it's-
shittiness.
So on that note, movies you loved as a kid that are absolute shit now. What? Yeah.
For me, what comes to mind immediately is the National Treasure series. I like the story. The story's okay, you know, it's thrilling. They do a mystery chase, which type of movies I like now still. But as I've evolved into more of a movie critic that looks at the art within it more than just the basic story, I understand that Nicolas Cage's wooden acting, my apologies for any Nicolas Cage fans out there, just doesn't cut it for me. And those stories they're just a little bit predictable, but I did love them as a kid, and so they still hold a special place in my heart. But
So you're saying it doesn't hold up, but you did love it.
I loved it at the time. If it's on TV, I'm not gonna click it to rewatch. That's where I am.
It's a valid critique to be like, if it were on TV, I wouldn't sit through it all, you know? Like,
Exactly.
yeah, you know, what's a movie you loved as a kid that doesn't hold up now? Or that does hold up now?
You gotta think about this.
For me, I'd say Pagemaster. And for anyone who doesn't know what Pagemaster is, it's about
I don't know what that is.
Macaulay Culkin, the kid from Home Alone 1 and 2. In this movie, he goes to a library and he rents out a book that's forbidden because it brings literature to life. He reads it, and then obviously like a pirate book comes to life, and then another genre of book comes to life. I can't recall it now, but that's
fucking alcohol.
That's because I'm drunk. Exactly.
Alcohol. Alcohol.
Alcohol.
I don't think this is funny if you're not drunk. Alright, let's keep going.
So Macaulay Culkin, he rents out this book that like the head librarian, you know, that badass back in the day, was like, hey, you cannot read this. This is like written in archaic mage or whatever. And so then he's like, fuck you, I'm gonna do what I want. He takes the book and then he reads it, and then he gets absorbed into the literature. And so then he's with like the book incarnates of the people. And he goes on this whole miraculous adventure about like the Grandmaster book or whatever. But rewatched it, it's actual shit. Like it was like it was
I was kidding. You were hyping that up, bro.
I was hyping it up because I loved it as a kid. I loved it as a kid, but rewatching it, it's just like, oh, this is
interesting. The movie I remember from, and I guess I wasn't really a child, but I was pretty young when I watched it, was actually Iron Man 1. The first Iron Man movie.
2008.
Yeah.
2 months before The Incredible Hulk came out.
And I was like probably about, I was young. I was
You're probably 9 or 10.
Yeah, I wasn't quite a teenager yet. That movie was like, I watched it 6 or 7 times. Like 6 or 7 times in like 3 days. Like I fucking loved that movie. And maybe that's part of the reason why I like Tony Stark as a character. He is pretty cool. Like as far as like geniuses in like the tech world go, you know, like he's that symbol, you know, and he's a badass because he has a fucking badass suit.
Elon Musk is in Iron Man 2.
Really?
Before the race actually occurs in Iron Man 2 that Tony participates in, he has a quick cameo. Elon Musk, that is.
Really?
Continue, Jacob, though.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, actually.
I haven't watched Iron Man 1 in a while, but maybe you two can like chime in. Does that hold up? Is it
Iron Man 1. So I just want to let all the listeners know that I am a massive MCU fan. I've rewatched them at least every movie I've seen at least 3 times. I rewatched them all before I watched Infinity War just to get a good idea of where the universe was. Anyways, Iron Man 1 most definitely holds up. It's one of the, in my opinion, top 10 of the 19 movies in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And to start off the universe, it was just a great way to introduce us to our most pivotal character, but also to show what the Marvel Cinematic Universe is about. It also leans toward the art direction, you know? It talks about character development more than just action. And yeah.
That's what I loved about actually Iron Man 3 is because like the whole time it's building up to where he needs this suit to be a hero, and then like Iron Man 3, he has a zero suit the entire time, well, like the majority of the time, and it's just crazy to see him develop where it's like, I don't need this. Like even to the point where he makes the stun gun glove. It's just like, wow, what a character that's able to just solidify the fact that he doesn't need the suit to be a hero. It's his intellect that makes him above other people.
Yeah.
And I completely agree with the premise and the basic idea of Iron Man 3 that Tony Stark is being a hero without the suit. But I feel that the execution after a rewatch was by far the worst of the Iron Man movies. Actually.
I loved it.
See, in my opinion, Iron Man 3 is the most unwatchable movie in the MCU. behind even Thor: The Dark World and The Incredible Hulk. I just felt they went off on too many tangents.
Are you fucking for real? I'm actually stunned.
The ideas behind it were great, but the delivery was crap. Compounded by the fact that Tony destroys the Iron Man identity after realizing he doesn't any longer need the suit to be a hero.
Yeah, and then
followed by the next movie, what is he again? Iron Man with the Avengers. I didn't like it.
You know what? Agree to disagree. I really only have one more topic for our inebriated asses. What's your best pickup line like? You see a pretty girl and you want to spit some game. What's the topic?
Your eyes are deep like the ocean.
Let's stop
in them.
Let's stop with that bullshit. I'll give you two of my best pickup lines. My number one go-to is I go up to a girl and I say this. Dominic, play the girl for a minute, okay?
I'll play the girl.
Oh, wow. That was cute. I have a question for you, Dom.
What's your question? My gender? I'm a cis male.
Okay, that's weird. If I see a girl...
This is brew number whatever. I forgot the total, but I have to announce it.
It's number 6 for you. Before I begin this incredible pickup line, I am going to open brew number 5. So...
There's nothing wrong with it.
Nothing wrong with it at all.
I'm still on number 4.
Sucks to suck at the end of the day. It's a twist-off cap.
Cocksucker.
Wow.
I mean, I just like accessibility when I'm drunk, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know what you're saying. I prefer a challenge no matter what to gauge my intoxication. But that's personal preference.
It's like right now, I could probably solve Rubik's Cube.
Anyways, this is my pickup line. Dominic's gonna play the female or the male if you're interested in that, whatever preferences you have. Okay, so I have a question for you. If I see a girl that I'm kind of interested in, I think she's really attractive, do you think that I should just keep that to myself or go up and talk to her?
I guess if you're not a pussy-ass bitch, you should probably go up to her.
Hi, my name is Hayden. My other pickup line is for waitresses. If you're interested in that, if you see a waitress. So what you do, actually more not waitresses, but hostesses. What you say to a hostess. I'd like to make a reservation for 2. Okay, she asks, when will that be, sir? You say, whenever you're available.
That just sounds pathetic.
That honestly sounds like sexual harassment to me.
Okay, well, it's got me.
Whereas, like, you could say, like, your eyes are deep.
Your eyes are deep like the ocean, and I'm trying to be in a movie, but I'm not, so...
Hey, you don't know that yet.
Hey, it's a better...
The next big Tom Cruise motherfucker. Join the Church of Scientology.
Oh, no.
Cults.
That's Scientology, please.
That's a better pickup line than your fucking garbage.
Honestly.
The second one was trash.
Well, I just want to say it's gotten me plenty of dates, so...
Wow. I mean...
Yeah, how many?
Approximately 37.4 million.
How do you... Wow. Something tells me alcohol had
My pickup line has got me 0 because guess what, guys? Pickup lines don't work. Being a genuinely awesome human being does. It gets you laid. It's wild.
See, pickup lines work for breaking the ice, but for building a long-term connection... Exactly. If the girl you're looking for has a similar compatibility level to you, then she will understand that you're joking and you're not intending to actually use a pickup line as a serious means.
And if she takes it seriously, then she's probably not right for you. Move on.
Agreed.
At the end of the day, a brewcast is a brewcast. We've had the brews, we've had the laughs.
Anyways, the goofs, the gaffs, the laughs. It's been a pretty good brewcast here.
In 2036. Democratic Party, by the way.
As if we didn't know that from your comments.
Oh my god, you're spewing inclusion and shit. People think I'm racist now.
Honestly.
We've had a lot of revelations in this podcast.
Honestly, who would enjoy inclusion and treating people like people? That's terrible, right?
Right? Yeah. It's absolutely something we can agree on.
Absolutely no one. And on that note, thanks for joining us. We had a lot of goofs. We had a lot of gaffes. We had, I think, a heck of a lot of gaffes.
Laughs. You didn't say laughs.
I did. I did mean to say laughs.
We are drunk. And on that note,
thanks for listening for the duration that you did. I don't blame you if you didn't finish the whole way. But you know what? Alcohol will do that, and hopefully you're drinking at home with us. But at the end of the day, salute, and have a good night.
There's only two things in the world I need to get close to, and that's a big old brew.